Today we're going to try out a HVLP sprayer by BATAVIA. This company actually has a Dutch origin. Of course, the sprayer itself is made in China, but the look, feel, finish of it is actually very nice. This sprayer draws 5 amps. It's fairly powerful. Has variable speed on it for the blower, so you could change your output wattage. You have an adjustment for the amount of material flow right here in the handle. It's just a stop point against the case. Assembly is very easy. Twists apart. This is the way it comes shipped. Take the 2 halves, keep your O-ring lubed a little bit, slips together, little twist. There's a latch at the bottom, holds it together, and you're ready to spray. Now this unit also comes with some instructions that you could actually read. It comes with filters to filter your product, spare gasket for inside the cap, some cleaning utensils, bottle brush. It also comes with additional nozzles depending on the viscosity of what you're spraying. So you could spray from very light stains up to latex with this unit. Now, heavier materials, you always want to be careful of viscosity. This is your viscosity cup. There's some other tools at the bottom here for cleaning. We have little check valves, spare check valves that actually should go into the bottom of the pickup tube. So you have everything in a nice tidy package. You don't have to buy any extras with this unit. And we're going to try that out today. I have a project or 2 coming up. I absolutely hate painting. And when I saw this advertised, and yeah, this was out on Amazon, the price was decent. One of the projects I have to tackle is repainting my front door, and I want to avoid getting marks that you typically get from a paintbrush or a roller on it. So we'll give this sprayer a try and see how it works out. And I do have a couple other uses around here too, so I think it'll get a workout. Let's see how this thing sounds. I'll plug it in, and when you start to press the switch, it pushes in trigger to start the blower, and as you continue to pull the trigger, then it opens up the valve to let the paint flow. Okay, that was adjusting from minimum to maximum speed. It does put out quite a volume of air. It's not terribly loud. So, looking forward to trying this. Okay, we're about ready to start some painting. Front door is masked off. And let's give this a try. Okay, that's the first coat. And it is absolutely difficult to try to keep an eye on the sprayer and watch the camera at the same time. I hope you caught a little bit of it, but you had to focus on the important part. So, laid down an even coat. Gonna give that a chance to dry up a bit, and I'll put on a second coat, and we should be all done with this door. As this first coat is drying, you can see wood grain is starting to show through very nicely. So I think the second coat will be a very light coat. Looking around, it doesn't really look like I missed much. So just a real light coat and we should be good. While I'm waiting for this paint to set up, I'm going to take the nozzle off and wash it in some water so I don't get paint drying up, and it'll be in good shape for when I shoot again. So the first thing we want to do is loosen up this valve, and you'll hear some air escape, and that's for the pressurizing of the tank. And once that's escaped, I'm going to tighten it up again so I don't forget, and we could take the nozzle off without any paint squirting out of it. Drop that in some water and take this portion out. Wipe around here a little bit. And I'll just keep a wet rag over the tip for the time being. Okay, here's the finished product. Not looking too bad after all. Nice, even, uniform paint job. Came out good. That's one more paint job off my list. So again, this was done with Velveeta, I believe that's the pronunciation, HVLP paint sprayer. The unit worked good. I'm pleased with the results. Anytime you're painting with a spray device, it seems like there's more prep work and cleanup than there is painting, but it sure does make the painting portion much more pleasurable and quite often better results. So this was well worth it. And while I was waiting for this to set up, I also did a little job in the backyard. And this is from a previous video. This was the lock set that I refinished with powder coat. And you can see how good that looks on this newly painted door. So hopefully this will give me some good years of service. The painting job is done, and overall it was a success. This BATAVIA HVLP sprayer, and that stands for high volume, low pressure. Did a good job. Did a very good job. Certainly a little effort to clean up, but that's always going to be the case. We take a look inside. You can see everything cleaned up well. Nozzle. I may have commented this was a pickup tube. Actually, it's a pressure tube. it bleeds some pressure off of the air pressure, runs down the tube. There's a little umbrella valve right here at the base, and it pressurizes the tank, and that assists the flow of paint up to the nozzle. So it's a nice little feature. Certainly helps with the flow. It comes with extra umbrella valves. This is what it looks like. And it has a little picture here you want to make sure you make note of, because if you unscrew this, and actually too, before, if you run out of paint or if you're finished painting, first thing you want to do is unscrew this a couple of turns, and it relieves the pressure from the tank, so you don't get it squirting around when you try to remove the tank off the bottom. If you unscrew this off for cleaning, first thing that happens most likely is this little valve will fall out. So make sure you just don't lose it. There are a couple extra, and you follow this direction to make sure it goes back in the right orientation. And also, if we look inside, see, I'll pick up tube, everything nice and clean. I was spraying a very dark paint, so any residue would be fairly obvious. Cleaned up well. Now, the only thing I didn't look at the time, back here is the air intake. There's a couple filters inside, and take a look at this. These filters, with that one little job, picked up quite a bit of paint. There's one there, one on the other side. So I do still have to clean these. Yeah, at that point it seems that the paint is just powder, so these should clean up okay. But that being said, make sure you do wear some sort of a mask while you're spraying, because this does put off a bit of a fine mist, and you don't need to be inhaling it. So if you enjoyed any part of this video, if you have any questions, any comments, let me know. I appreciate you watching, and have a great day.